Open wide. Hi everyone, welcome to today's Seniors Living Well. This is our 6th and final show of our 2013 series. We wanted 2013 to be a lucky year for everyone, so we tried to give them a lot of information about a wide variety of topics that are useful in planning for successful aging, which is like a buzzword these days. And we also interviewed four, because we had Bill back, our 105-year-old man, twice, and we'll be interviewing a final active senior who shows us good role modeling for being healthy and being active in the community as you age. We've tried to provide, as I said, good information. We're hoping to do a spring series. If any of you out there have an idea that you would like or a guest that you'd like to have us bring back, please give me a call at the Senior Center or our producer, Virginia, a call at ATCA. We'll give you those numbers at the end of the show. And speaking of planning ahead, my first guest today is actually an old friend of mine, Russ Brown. Russ, good to see you.
Good seeing you, Laurie.
I've known Russ since he worked for another company in the county, but now you have your own business.
Yes, we do.
And it's all about planning.
It's all about financial and retirement planning.
And the name of the business is?
Is RNA Financial.
And it's you and your wife?
And we have some other employees,
and
yes.
some other employees. Great,
Yes.
Great. So we have people talk about the baby bump when
Yes.
people are pregnant. We have a baby boomers bump here in
Yes, we
Amador
do.
County, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So you have a lot of folks, like I'm 66, and what do you tell people when they come to you and they want to start planning their retirement?
The first thing we want to determine is if they're starting to take Social Security yet, because there's some great strategies you can take to increase the amount of money you make over your lifetime if you pick the right time to get your Social Security benefits.
Well, don't you just take it when you're 62?
No.
No.
That's taking it early, and there's a penalty for doing that. And so what we have to determine is if you're still working, and if you are still working, probably taking your Social Security at that time. What works really well is when you have a husband and wife combination, and there's some great strategies you can use. We have software that helps us determine what's going to be the best strategy for you based on your needs and goals.
And like in my situation, my husband was a teacher.
Yes.
He's been retired for 3 years. He didn't get much Social Security because teachers don't have
Right.
that. I've been working since I was 16. I have a ton of it, but I'm still working.
Yes.
I won't be 70 for another 3 years. So you'd have a particular strategy that would address our situation?
Yes, based on what your needs and goals are, we would come in and we would run the software and just see what's going to work best for you.
So when someone comes, I assume they come and sit down with you and they have a consultation
Yes.
about it. So what are the kinds of either information to bring to you, or you just touched on a few of the things, or questions that they should have for you?
Okay, good. What we do is we want to determine if they have a 401k plan or IRAs, what their investments are, where they're invested. Then what we want to determine, again, the needs and goals and also the risk tolerance is really important to understand, kind of putting that all together to come up with a concrete plan. Some people want to have their money so they can live off it. They want that income stream coming in. And if that's important to them, then we have a different type of investment. But if they want it to just grow, maybe pass on to their heirs, we have a different type of philosophy. It takes a long time to come up with a plan, and so the initial consultation is very important.
Right. And because you need to kind of get to know them, and they may not
Yes.
even know. I mean, when I first started retirement planning, our kids weren't planning to have a baby. And then
Right.
all of a sudden, now we have a grandchild, so things have kind of changed.
Yes, it changes a lot.
We think it's very important to have a local person to talk to, because you can advise them, easily when changes like that come about.
Yeah, it's real important. When we come in, both my wife and I, we like to sit down with the client on the free consultation that they come in, and we want them to determine if it's a good fit for them, and we want to make sure it's a good fit for us. What's really interesting about our practice is our clients become our friends and family. It's pretty interesting. We have over 500 clients just in Amador County.
Wow.
And we get real close to them.
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure it's a good fit. Yes.
And you see
Yes.
them in the grocery store and in
Yes.
church. And
Yes.
so it
Yes,
needs
we
to
do.
be a good fit, just
Yeah.
like with a doctor. And we do have a lot of certified planners and a lot of financial advisors in Amador County, so people should interview and sit down and take some time.
Absolutely. It's important. I was just reading an article by a Nobel Prize winner, and he was saying, it's a little far-fetched, but he was saying that it should be mandatory for everyone to have a financial planner in their life because it's that important. And I think that's a little far-fetched, but he's saying even it should be subsidized so people can get one because most people don't have the knowledge to make good financial planning
Well,
decisions.
it's gotten so complicated.
It's really complicated.
You know, it's just amazing to me. And, you know, I've been working at the Senior Center for 27 years now.
Right.
And the changes that I've seen in what people need, and also the changes in the family structure, like the folks in their 70s and 80s who often are the ones who think, I don't need help. I'll just put all my money in, you know, one of the local banks and save it.
Right.
Now we have, and they have 5 or 6 kids, and they pass away, and there's no plan, and you know, it's really difficult. And then now we have these baby boomers that have no children, and they need to think about what they want to do with their money.
Exactly. It's legacy planning. So we do a lot of legacy planning and estate planning, and so we try and guide and direct people where their money's going to go, because a lot of people want to leave a legacy for themselves, maybe donate to a local cause or somewhere else, but they need direction with that.
And there are a lot of local causes that people can, you know, choose from. You just have to go to the high school's award night and hear all those
amazing.
Scholarships that get
Amazing.
and some by bequest, like I know one that I'm involved with is the Frederick C. Joyce Scholarship, which is sort of aimed at education.
Right.
So you used a term a few minutes ago, risk tolerance. Can you elaborate on what that means a little?
Yeah, that's really important. So some people are okay with taking a high risk, and that would be, but they want a better return on that. So we kind of focus the investments based on their risk tolerance. We do things a little bit different than most other investment advisory firms. We do, it's called adaptive investment management, so it reduces the risk anyways. Another strategy that people have been using for a long time is bonds for lower risk. Well, what's happening now is bonds are becoming some of the riskiest investments out there because there's an inverse relationship to interest rates. So when interest rates start rising, which they're going to start doing, bond values go down. So it's really important to sit down and really understand the different sorts of risk out there.
And understand what you emotionally can tolerate in terms of,
Absolutely.
Like my husband, we have a financial manager, but he follows our portfolio pretty closely, and he'll wake up, look at his things and go, oh, well, we're rich this morning, or, oh, we're poor today. You know, we lost X amount of money last week. And I'm okay with that because I know that he and our planner are keeping an eye on it. So, and I'm going to work for a while longer.
It's what I tell my clients is I go, you need to sometimes filter out the noise. So like today, the market's down a little bit. So you want to look at the long term and make sure that the investments that you have, or there's other alternatives to income investments, like there's some good annuities out there. So you just have to look at the long term and make sure your goals are going to be reached by looking at the long term.
Right,
results.
and keep an eye on it. Keep your fingers on the pulse of it. Yeah. Do you talk to people about planning things like, what if somebody has to go into a facility?
That's a good question. My wife's a long-term care ombudsman, so that's something that's near and dear to our heart. In fact, we help take care of my father-in-law, who didn't plan for the long-term care thing. So my wife, a couple days a week, is going down and staying with him. But there's some great ways to kind of plan for long-term care events, and other than long-term care insurance, there's life insurance that has long-term care riders. There's a lot of ways to do that. You can self-insure. But yeah, that's one of the main questions we talk to clients when they come in, to make sure that's covered, because that's the number one reason people go from a nice lifestyle to poverty when they're in retirement, is the long-term care issue.
They end up in dealing with some kind of long-term care. And there are a lot of products out now that the younger baby boomers can buy. I mean, the 70 and 80-year-olds didn't have that option, really.
They did not.
The products that were out back then were not good. So
the thing that, again, the life insurance hybrid products that are life insurance, but if you need it for long-term care, you can use it for that, and that way you don't feel like you're wasting your money. Where a lot of people go, well, what if I never use it? That money's gone, and that's true. But these hybrid life insurance products are a great way to go.
And those are relatively new, I think.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Russ, if someone wanted to get a hold of you, how would they reach you?
Okay, well, we're in the CVS Shopping Center, next to CVS
Okay.
Pharmacy. It's easy to find us, or you can call us at 888-203-8797.
888-203-8797?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, that's an easy one to remember. And could somebody just like walk in and
They can, but they'll
visit?
need to make an appointment.
Need to make an
We
appointment.
run probably about 6 appointments a day.
Uh-huh.
So they can come in, get to know our staff a little bit, but make an appointment. But yeah, we get a lot of walk-ins, but
you
I'm pretty
schedule them
busy.
for later.
Yes, yes.
All right, Russ, thank you for coming in.
Thanks,
It's been
Laurie.
a pleasure
Good
talking
seeing
to
you
you.
again.
I'm so glad that you
Okay.
and Ava are doing this business in the
Yeah,
county.
that's
That's
excellent.
great. All right, gang, stay tuned. We're going to talk some more insurance. Our friend Ann Lintz is here today, and we're going to visit with her after the break.
Today's Seniors Living Well is made possible in part by a generous contribution from the